Welcome to Business Purpose and Clarity with Petri. I'm your host. We talk about startup life, insights, practical tips, mistakes, failures, and everything between. The other day, I got my Apple AirPod Pros from the warranty service. I plugged them in. I was using them straight away out of the service, and I started to listen, and then it took me like a few kilometers of walking. While I was walking away from there, I took my phone and I checked that, what does it say here? There was somebody else's name on my AirPod. They were supposed to be new, but apparently they were not. That was my expectations. I asked for that, and hey, it's under warranty. Your existing ones are not working. You're supposed to get the new ones as a replacement, but somebody forgot to do something. I don't know whether it actually mattered. Maybe somebody just used them for a while, but nevertheless, the feeling was not the greatest. Another example, I tried to purchase something online. The web shop experience is really bad. You have to input the same things like 3 times. Imagine putting your name, address, number, shoe number, whatnot, 3 times. And then the dumb thing is not working. And you do it a few other times in a few other browsers because you really want that thing. And it doesn't work. Well, in this case, I knew the founder. I sent an email, said that, hey, this is not working. Well, he apologizes profusely and promises to do something about it. A few weeks later, I do the same thing, and okay, now it's kind of working, but not really. And I send him an email again, saying that, what's the deal here? Then he admits that they were doing the patches, they were fixing things, and it's supposed to be working, but they never tested the thing. They never tested it in the first place. They never did it once to check whether it works. How is the flow? Does it actually make any sense? How it's been done? And then when they did the patch, the same thing happened. I have a lot of these examples. And my message is, little things matter. It's those tiny things you pick up when you're doing things which signal that, hey, we haven't thought about it, or we don't care, or we don't understand there's an issue, or we're too busy. Whatever the reason, the conclusion is never a good one. You are not on top of your game. You are just taking my money, or you don't care about your business, about your reputation, or whatever the thing is, but it tells me a lot. It tells me something about your business. And then there's obviously the other examples. Tiny things. It doesn't need to be a big thing, but it just shows that, hey, I care. We are here for you. How can we help? It can be even a design thing. Tiny thing in a device, gadget, widget, product you've been using for years. Then you realize that, hey, somebody has thought about this before. And I didn't realize it, even after hundreds of times of using it. Little things matter. Let's take another similar example. I had a really bad experience with my espresso machine. Well, I wanted to buy one. I tried to find a place where I can buy it. It took a long time, actually, to purchase the one. I asked for the warranty service. They said, well, we do that when we, get to that bridge. Even getting the invoice took like a week. I sent an email to the coffee manufacturer in Italy. They never replied. I did it a few other times as well. Later on, they never replied. Then I needed the service because things were broken in that machine. Well, the retailer didn't actually anymore sell the machines. They are still in the manufacturer's page, showing that they are the official retailer in this region. They gave me a service shop after 2 weeks of waiting, which they promised to do in a few days. And that service shop told me that they are not actually having the original parts and they cannot serve my machine. This went along quite further with quite a nasty details, even going with the manufacturer, doing things like, hey, we are here to help you. Here are the parts you couldn't find anywhere else. They forgot to mention later on that, the help was that I can purchase the parts for the things which were mainly defects in the original machine under the warranty. And so on and so on. My message, I guess, is that sometimes you can also, if you're on the other side, start to observe those little things, tiny things, because they tend to sort of cluster together. The retailer and the manufacturer and those who are dealing and having a business relationship. I think there's a correlation. Let's take the other example. If you're really high quality with a good reputation company operating for a long time, you want to keep up that reputation. So you're doing due diligence, you're testing and checking, making sure that your retail network, your services are up to the par of the quality of your product and what you're promising for the customers. It takes effort. It takes training. It takes continuous updates and checks that everything is how it's supposed to be. Well, if you're not doing that, if you're sort of subpar provider, you just take whoever you can, you're not checking too much, and you kind of get what you expect, or you get the level the actual original manufacturer is. So it goes across the whole chain of supply and services and everyone involved in the customer experience journey. If you're the smart buyer, or you're thinking about partnership or any other business relationship, and you thinking, because you are not maybe an expert in the field, that, okay, is this a good company? Is this the right partner for me? If you start to get these tiny signals, which are a bit off, not much, but in isolation they are not anything particular, but when you start to add them up, it starts to show some kind of a pattern. Then I think some bells should be starting to ring on your head. So the lesson today, I guess, is that it really matters. Even the tiny little details can matter, but I think altogether, if you show love, if you show your values, if you actually are up to your par of the standards you want to have in your company, people will notice that. People will pick it up. It will show in your company's reputation, trust, online reviews, whatnot. At the end of the day, you get what you deserve.